Hey everybody, Austin Parkinson here. Well, we made it. The final video of Scooby-Doo month! And Christian and I are going to be doing a live review / reaction to this at a later date. And two, I know this is technically a supernatural episode, but it's Scooby-Doo related, so it counts. So, to wrap up Scooby-Doo month, I'm going to be doing a quick little mini review of Scooby-Natural. So the Winchester brothers, Sam and Dean, open up by solving the case of a stuffed dinosaur haunt that's terrorizing a pawn shop. To reward them, the owner gives them a choice of anything as a prize, and Dean chooses a plasma screen TV. He sets it up in what he calls the Fortress of Deanitude and or the Dean Cave. And after turning it on, they get sucked into the TV into an episode of Scooby-Doo. Which one? A Night of Fright is no delight. The one starring the Phantom Shadows, or as everybody else calls them for some reason, the Green Ghosts. They drive around to see what's going on after they just brush off how weird it is that the car is in the cartoon too. So they go around and drive, and they run into Mystery Inc. at the malt shop. So they meet up with them, they talk, they have a fun little back and forth. Dean does what I assume everybody would do in a Scooby-Doo movie. Stack a sandwich as high as you can, then eat it, like stick it in your mouth with one bite. And then point out like how much fun that is. Like, Sam, look how big my mouth is. Well, I don't know if everybody would do that. I think Christian would. But anyway. So they go to the mansion. And Dean points out that he knows what episode they are in. And they've seen it 1,000 times. And since this is like the second time they were sucked into TV, and last time they got out by playing the part, then they'll probably just have to do it again. So after a while, they go through the entire thing, and they get to where, because apparently, the villain in this episode, okay, so just anyway, one of the Phantom Shadow kills the character Cousin Simple. And Dean and Sam are shocked because this is real blood, and the gang seems to brush it off, which is kind of morbid, seeing how they're such innocent characters, but still. I mean, this is an episode way before Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, so it's understandable. So Cass ends up coming into the same house because after getting fruit from the Tree of Life, he got sucked into the TV too. So they run around, they split up to look for clues. Dean goes with Fred and Daphne. Sam goes with Velma, and Cass goes with Shaggy and Scooby. And after Shaggy, Scooby, and Cass run into the ghost, Cass goes like, I've never seen something like that. And so before the ghost can swipe at him, Shaggy and Scooby come back, grab Cass, and then run. Which leads to the chase scene, which is the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You theme, sung by the original singer, which I love because not only is that more nostalgic points, but how good is it to hear the original Scooby-Doo Where Are You theme in a modern adaptation of the show. So, they run around, they decide to, like, have a little trap. They decide to use one of Fred's traps oh, wait, I forgot to mention, the gang finds out that this time the ghost is real, and they have a nervous breakdown, but Sam and Dean decide to, like, pick up those spirits by bringing up all the other monsters they faced. some of which they wouldn't have faced by this point, but to each his own. So, after that, they decide to make one of Fred's traps, and Sam comments on where Fred got the coconuts, but it's just brushed off like, shh. So, after Cass, Shaggy, and Scooby lure the Phantom Shadow into the place, the coconuts have no effect, but it sends the three of them into the washing machine, and the ghost chase. And before the ghost chase after everyone, Sam goes like this: "I told you it wasn't gonna work." To which Dean replies with, "Yeah, Fred's trap never works." So after that, they go into the library where earlier Fred, Daphne, and Dean found out that a book operates like a little trick slide. And after Scooby gives the Phantom Shadow a stack of books to hold, and Scooby pulls the book out with using his tail, the ghost slides down into a salt circle that Dean, Sam, and Cass have placed there. So after discovering that the ghost is really a ghost child whose soul was tied to a pocket knife, and they find out that Jay, a guy from the opening, uses him to haunt places to buy real estate. They promise to set his soul free so he can go and be with his father in the afterlife. But before they do, they decide that they can't leave the Scooby-Doo gang all broken like this. So they ask him to turn into Cosgood creeps, which earlier they see cut up into thirds, which Fred replies with, "Well, that's not good." So after that, and you can, oh, and by the way, I should mention that Dean is infatuated with Daphne, and Velma is infatuated with Sam. And yeah, so after they get back to the real world, they keep up their end of the bargain and burn the pocket knife, setting the child's soul free. Then they go back to the pawn shop with Dean wearing an ascot, and they expose the evil plan, and they get Jay, the villain, arrested. To which Sam replies with, "Vilma was right. It's always a shady real estate developer after all." And Jay's last words, the villain's last words before stepping into a police car was, "And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids." To which Dean replies with, "He said it. He said the line." Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And it does that little iris thing as he says it. To which the others go like, Cass goes, "Dean, you're not a talk." Sam goes, "What are you doing?" And Dean goes, "Well, at the end of every mystery, Scooby looks into the camera and he says," to which Cass interrupts and says, "Dean, you're not a talking dog." To which Dean replies with, "I know that, it's just..." And as Cass and Sam walk off, Dean goes like this, "I do look good in the ascot though, right? No. Guys, come on, red is my color." And then it just ends there. I mean, I love this episode. I like Supernatural. I obviously love Scooby-Doo if I'm doing a theme month of Scooby-Doo. Or did. But yeah, I love it. Not only does it get a lot of nostalgia points, but yeah, it's good. It's nostalgic yet fresh. So yeah, that's about it. I can't believe I can finally say Scooby-Doo month is finally over. I got a message from Christian. "Hey bro, don't forget we're watching all Ginger Dead Man movies." the next time you visit? Sir, you've raised my hopes and dashed them quite expertly. Well done. Well, I'm Austin Parkinson, and I will get my revenge, Christian Lester Bradley. There will be a reckoning for you making me watch those stupid movies. And I know just how to do it. Be afraid, my friend. Be very, very afraid. Or don't, your choice. But seriously though, why? Ginger Dead Man again? This transmission ends.